Hi, I'm Jessa.
And I'm Alex. And this is Jessa and Alex Watch.
Andor, episode 9. Nobody's listening. There's an exclamation point, so you have to hit it.
Listening.
Ooh, that's
nobody
good.
is listening. Why is nobody listening?
Why is nobody ready? Last week, well, 2 weeks ago, we're a little bit behind. It's fine. We'll catch up. Grim. Really hard to watch. Genuinely very tough.
Too
This
real
week,
life. Too much.
No,
like
exactly.
Real life.
Exactly.
Too much.
I believe I wailed at the end, maybe I want my Star Wars to be stupid, because for all that we had been praising the show for being so intelligent, I was like, it's too much. I don't want it.
Like, I just didn't think that maybe we shouldn't be like dealing with the prison system in Star Wars, because I wasn't expecting it, and now I'm sad.
Exactly.
Anyway, that was ugly.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel after watching these episodes. Like, I might ugly cry
Yes.
afterward.
Yes. Also, I'm very ashamed of myself, but we met one of Cassian's Rogue One team members, Melshi, and it just but I had wondered if any of his crew was going to show up, but I did not recognize him. And sincerest apologies to our man Melshi, who will also die in Scarif, but you know, he's going to do something real important. So
who among us hasn't died in Scarif?
Well, exactly.
It's a rite of passage. That's sad. That's terrible. That's really sad. I'm sorry. I'm in a really weird mood because I think I'm anticipating that this episode is going to be like a rough one to stomach.
Yeah. Yes.
So I'm like, let's be really happy, but like,
because Cassian's not getting out in this episode, so it's just going to get worse.
Yeah, we
and
know it.
Bix is about to be tortured, so that's great for all of us.
And his mom's sick.
Yes, Cassian's mother is sick. Fiona Shaw is ill, and what's her face is Asenta is camping out. Maybe she knows first aid. Maybe she'll save Fiona's life. The lesbians are somewhat broken up. They're in a fight.
The lesbians are being they're doing what lesbians do. And we love that for them.
Good for her.
One is like, I want to be cuddled up, and the other one's like, we have a revolution. As I said, doing what lesbians do.
She said, haven't we done enough? Which is
like a lot.
We rebelled. That is a revolved would be, but you don't ever say that.
No. We did the rebel thing for like a little bit, but like now it's a break time. We're on vacation from being a rebel. So.
Which is, of course, interesting because we know Vel is a rich girl. And Cinta was like, aren't you just playing rebel?
She
but
said,
it's
why
real
don't you
for me.
check your privilege?
That's exactly what she said. And that was rough.
That was rough for me to watch. And I wish them all the best, TBA.
I think we should take this moment and roll right into this sure to be bright and cheerful episode.
I don't like wasting time.
Not the lip.
The way that we've been feeling about her, Deedra, like being on her side against our better judgment, is actually very deliberate to show how anybody is corrupt and corrupted, you know.
Were you aware that the buyer, your contact, met Park only once before being turned over to you? You're in my net, Bix. Are you a fish or are you a thief?
Jesus.
You're ISB, aren't you? Worst of the worst. You seem to enjoy this.
Going to tell me all about Cassian Andor and their relationship.
It's interesting that Deedra wouldn't try just us girls you know?
See, I don't think she even, I think she's been in this world too long. I don't think she even understands that as a tactic.
Yeah.
I don't think she's ever had like girlfriends, you know?
Yeah,
Like I think
yeah. She wouldn't, would she? Because there's only room for one woman at the table.
Exactly.
You're not gonna believe me anyway, are you?
No. I suppose not. She's all yours, Dr. Gorst.
That twitch.
I know. I don't know how she did that. That's
We're already up on 4.
I could use a proper meal. 2, that's a threat. Bluff.
What do you say, old timer?
Short timer.
Make a run for the win?
My hand.
You swap your idea.
Me? No, Tiger. Are you kidding? You man for them today? Always the next day, right?
You know the drill.
I love Cassian.
Me too.
The restraints are nothing to be feared. It's much safer
Yeah.
for you to be tethered as we engage.
Are you kidding?
We've had some early trials that were a bit chaotic.
I hate characters like this, where it's like you literally have me bound and you're all like all smiles, like it's not gonna be that bad, okay? Like it's gonna be fine. Like I'm a nice guy. I'm just like Dr. Mendela over here.
That shot was like when Han Solo is being tortured in Empire Strikes Back. We kind of follow the door going down, and then we cut straight to Darth Vader's feet walking across the hallway. I like these like really granular
References.
Mm-hmm.
2 men back. 2 weapons.
No boots.
He's touching the rail.
Believe me now, the elevator's not wide. Nothing that moves can fry you.
Shall we begin?
What's on now?
We just talked about this. He told you 2 minutes ago.
That can't be good for him either. That constant concentration for 12 hours a day. It's not good for your brain.
And Salmon Park?
I don't care.
I'd like to hang him.
The senator from Chandrila stands with those in opposition to the Emperor's new public safety legislation. Is there a more important issue facing this body right now than Imperial overreach?
This is a lot, this episode.
Our second vow is to protect the power and independence of this remarkable chamber.
What are they doing?
Those of you who still believe that when we enter this building, we are in a temple.
What do you think's happening?
It's 2. Something's wrong on 2.
Cassian's a lot smarter than I am.
Something's really wrong on 2.
Feet down, face front, hands on heads. We will have immediate facility compliance, or we will begin activating floors without warning.
Aunt Belle's been to Tassia Moon. Look what she brought me.
Your father may have an opinion. We'll see if he lets you wear it.
He lets me do anything I want.
Why don't you go try it on?
Didn't like that.
Where have you been?
Traveling.
6 months?
There's a lot to see.
Interesting.
I didn't think of that.
The rebellion comes first. We take what's left.
Oh, she did not just use Senta's words back.
Just came through to see you first and get cleaned up a bit.
Maybe that's what Senta said, isn't it? I'm a reflection to show you what you want to see.
They don't need to care. All they need to do is turn this floor on twice a day and keep their numbers rolling. Melch is right. We're cheaper than droids and easier to replace.
Good luck to you.
You think they care what we say? Nobody's listening. How many guards on each level?
Okay, but Cass, they're probably listening to you. He is smart, though. So smart.
Couldn't that be from the sale of the Star Path?
Can't be. They left it behind, right?
You're trying to connect Aldani. That's a bit of a stretch.
He was clean-shaven. Andor had shaved.
Imagine having him within your prison system and not even knowing it.
Yep.
How
The way that
embarrassing.
They care so little, they didn't even
like ID every inmate, you know, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were making trouble.
On program, feet down. We will have immediate facility compliance or we will begin activating.
What did he
floors
say?
without warning.
What happened on to...
That 215
don't know.
days.
Set them all
It
free.
looks a little scarier.
Program!
When you could die at any second.
Hold your program! Tighten up and listen!
Yeah, following the rules isn't going to save you.
Just another day, another shift. So let's keep our mouths shut, keep our heads down, until we know what's going on.
I don't know if he has a face or if it's just that he's Gollum. So I look at him and I see
He has a face. He does, in fact, have a face.
I'm just looking at the.
But he does have
an
an interesting face, I would say. It works.
Dressed and groomed, trimmed your hair.
His own little torture world is very interesting.
Her message was so brief. One worries.
I worry.
You've been searching in my room again.
It's called cleaning.
I'm a little triggered by this, staying at my parents' house right now.
I have ways of knowing.
He might kill his mom.
Find you a job. I press your uniform. I prepare 2 meals
I mean,
a day.
we did make the Psycho comparison, didn't we?
What is the return on my investment? The shadow of a son, a tenant, a stranger.
Oh, that's new. You want to remember that.
Imagine I'd cracked under the weight of your neglect. Imagine I'd cracked and wasn't here now to pick up the pieces.
You okay?
I knew they'd recognize your promise.
Oh my God. I can't.
Uncle Harlow will be so pleased.
Have some more cereal, she said.
Find yourself a husband?
Wasn't on my list of things to do.
Well, you need a widower at this point. Who's left of any value at your age?
Yes, all the good ones are taken.
I love that Mon has a little buddy.
At least you've not gone political, Val.
Take Olma.
Money.
Is that all it is? Anything I can do?
Yes. Be a spoiled rich girl for a while.
Save your strength and stay alive.
We've chosen a side. We're fighting against the dark. We're making something of our lives.
This is such an interesting character. I love the way they've revealed little bits about her.
Yeah.
It's very good storytelling.
Yeah, because you would have never guessed when you met her on Aldani.
Oh, this shot.
See, the concern is that Mon Mothma has never been a person who's been known to have any family, never really entered into the discussion before. A dear cousin, a daughter.
I do wonder what the danger is in saying that you saw him, that you talked to him like 3 weeks ago.
Well, it's he's shaved his beard and he had money is the real danger.
We simply gave you a clean bill of health. Have you been waiting out here?
Yes. I'd never lie to you. I needed to find you, and it's not that easy to thank you for what you did and what you're doing.
Are you stalking me?
I know you work here, and I come sometimes to see if I'll see you.
So that's a yes.
So, yeah.
I thought I was done. After
He's
meeting
got
you and discovering you understood how dangerous
suicide
Cassian
bomber
Andor
written
was,
all over him, you know?
Oh,
like,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
it's that we've unwrapped him episode by episode too.
Mm-hmm. In a much more subtle way.
There was
Like,
something
it's
better
more
waiting
like...
for me in the future was a dream. I want what you want. I sense it. I know it.
You're out of your mind.
Yeah. Yeah, he now is giving living in my mother's basement, gonna do my own rebellion. Not rebellion, but like gonna get in a truck and run people over in the middle of a city is what he's giving.
Yeah, I'll make them notice me is what he's
Mhm.
giving.
There's no time. I'll interrogate remotely. Good work.
She's gonna interrogate by Zoom. Awesome.
Ma'am, this hat, it's not it. It makes you look silly.
Exactly.
There were better ways to do this.
So easy at the beginning.
Before you plan on making any further donations, we need to be sure that the work you've done so far isn't going to come back.
Where
to haunt
are
you.
they filming this? It is stunning.
How much trouble am I in?
There's no trouble at all unless they scan the accounts.
But that's coming.
Yeah, that's what he said.
He's a thug.
The wealthiest thug of them all.
Don't tell me you've spoken to him already.
No, he's trying to get her involved in the mob now?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
That seems like political suicide and then literal suicide.
Yeah.
Darvo Skulden here, you must be joking.
I pushed back, but
I love that her idea of casual home loungewear includes stiletto mules.
And like 5 pieces.
Yeah.
Like
She's
how many
this is my
layers
yoga
are you...
look.
We've got a rebel pilot in custody, one of Anto Krieger's group. He was picked up at a customs check. We don't think Krieger knows he's gone missing yet. He's telling us there's a raid planned on the power station at Spellhouse.
Yeah, that was the name of the guy that Lutham was trying to get Saw speaking to.
What if we foul the ship? An accident, something mechanical. Have the pilot found dead in the cockpit. What would happen?
They'd have to find it, but...
What if we casually killed some?
I want a meeting with military intelligence immediately about Spellhouse. Let's go.
Go.
Excellent work. Have we already said what we know him from?
No, we haven't.
What do we know him from?
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones, right. But who is
He's
he in Game of Thrones?
is he the High Septon or a maester? He's somebody.
Oh, no.
King's
He's
Landing.
the guy. He's shame.
The creepy the Dr. Frankenstein.
Inmates on program.
We have to watch the deterioration of this old man.
On program.
Come in.
Hang in there, Ruff. You've only got a few shifts left. Then you're going home.
Look at me, brother.
his name is Olaf.
I don't want to know his name.
He's got 40 shifts left. So we just want something to get him through the next few days. Get him back on his feet.
That's another option.
You can't save him.
Nothing to save. He's had a massive stroke.
What are you doing?
I can't help him. I can't help anyone. He's lucky. He'll pass peacefully, which is more than I can say for the rest of us. Another week like this, and you'll be begging for what he's getting.
What happened on level 2?
You want to keep your men in line. You'll feel nothing. It's past.
What do you mean? Keep my men in line.
and down on 2. They made a mistake. A man who was just released on 4 ended up back on 2 the next day. Word got out on the floor and then they killed them all.
You need those other men there.
They're just leaving.
Are they kidding?
If he was released, you heard me.
No one's getting out, are they?
Not now.
How many guards on each level?
Never more than 12.
Oh God. I'm sorry you guys just watched us pensively be devastated for that whole episode. Hope you enjoyed that. I mean, that's what they do, right? You're about to get out, and then they make life harder for you right before you get out, and so you go back in.
Right, because there's a quota about how many beds are filled. That's how they
Right.
get funding.
Or your life is made so difficult when you get out that you find a way to get back in, because at least you were used to it and this has been your whole life. Star Wars said we're tackling the whole system, okay? We're not doing bits and pieces. We're talking the whole system.
Yeah.
Um,
The episode made me really angry. The last one was like filled me with despair, but this one made me very angry.
There's a hopelessness, I feel, but there's also like, it's weird. I feel like there's 50% hopelessness because I'm putting it in real life context, but then I think about how they must get out because Andor has to get out.
Yeah.
But now I have this dread about like, ooh, how many of these characters are gonna die in this escape attempt. And it's a little bit different than our heist because they were all prepared to die for it, you know, but in a lot of cases, I'm sure in this prison, these people don't belong here. So while it is their only chance of freedom, they certainly didn't choose this for their life, you know?
I was listening to a podcast about episode 8 and talking about whatever it is they're building. And somebody pitched, they wondered if we'd see another floor and see their job was disassembling those. If it was just a nothing to be put together and taken back apart. But I think what we found out instead was it's the people just freeing them from level 4 and sending them over to level 2, where it takes as Smeagol said, it takes a full day for one word to travel. So they don't expect the prisoners
and how
to
long
know.
did it take the doctor to get to the position of doctor in his prison?
Yeah, that was grim.
Sentence.
A lot of like, I don't know if we want this in there, but you mentioned Mingla. There's a lot of like Holocaust reference. I don't know if they're deliberate references or we just can't help draw historical lines, but I was thinking it's very work makes free, which is over the gates of Auschwitz, I believe.
Yeah.
Which is what these people have been led to believe. And then of course you have the prison doctor who is himself a prisoner, him saying, I don't want to know his name.
Horrible.
Yeah.
And then them just repeating, come on, give him like a steroid. He only has 40 days left. And I mean, the doctor's right. Like, this is a much more humane way to let him go. Like, if they're just gonna put him on 2, like, that's horrifying for that older man. But for that to be the best solution is in itself.
And I also think, I somehow doubt that the Empire has careful, like, re-entry programs. I have a feeling if they were, in fact, ever letting people go, they were just putting them on a shuttle to the nearest station and just dropping them off. Like, they're not giving them money to get back to their home, or, you know, they're just So I don't know what Olaf would have had if they had dropped him off in his extremely frail health just at some random spaceport, you know?
I think it's so important because as soon as we saw them doing that, and like the amount of focus and pressure, and then if you're not, you're shocked, we immediately noticed that was like terrible for like the brain and the human health and the condition. I mean, like, an older man gets older anyway, an older person, you know, gets older anyway, but like, it was important to show us that like the full deterioration of like the consistency of that every day, what it would do to you. Like, it's anyway, this one was very rough. And I am excited that we're a little bit behind and that we get to see the escape now. I am quite anxious about what that will mean. And speaking of mind deterioration, Bix is not doing well.
No, we didn't share a lot of thoughts. I don't know what there is to say except that's terrible. I do think, I hope I'm right, but I think Marva's gonna lead the attack on the hotel, because remember, they said that the reason Marva got injured was checking to see if there were the old tunnels underneath the hotel, so it would be ready when the rebels came. So my fingers crossed guess for the 2-part finale is Marva, one last hurrah, helping Cassian break into the hotel to free everyone, and they get to sort of, I mean, they can't really take back Ferrix, but get some kind of control, do something.
Yeah. It is truly bleak. It is truly bleak.
Yeah.
So and I don't want this whole thing to be a real downer. I mean, it goes without saying that this is a great show and I'm enjoying watching it. It is hard though to do a reaction to something like this and then be expected to, like, you know, make it so that your content that you're putting out is not the same mood that it is. Like, I don't know what to tell you. It sucks right now. We're in the weeds, and hopefully we'll see a peak of sunlight. But as of right now, there's darkness. So hope you have a good rest of your day. Subscribe to our channel. Like this video. There's a little heart that you can donate money to us.
Donate money so that we can go get a drink and feel better after
donate money
episodes.
So that I can continue to pay for BetterHelp. Not sponsored, but necessary.
There you go. Bye.
Bye.